Okay, Nick and Andy, Fulham against Manchester City coming up this weekend down at Craven Cottage. On paper, Nick Mendola, a very easy win for Manchester City, who are, of course, chasing that historic four-peat. They're trying to be the first team in English history to win 4 straight top-flight titles in a row. But Fulham are just a strange team, right? Really weird team to judge. I think even they are going to turn up at Craven Cottage, probably in the sun, probably having a lovely old day, not knowing what to expect from themselves. And I guess that could be dangerous for Man City in some respects. What are your thoughts on this game?
Who knows what'll happen early is what I want to see, because over 90 minutes, I really don't have much doubt. If the game's in the balance the whole time, Man City will figure it out. And however, if Fulham, who have some very fun players, some standout players who may or may not be there next year, we've talked about Anthony Robinson a bit, Muniz, we've talked about Palhinha. There's some really good players. Timothy Castagne has been very, very good as well. So they have the capability to do it. I just don't see it at this point in the season, because you're talking about a team that is very much mid-table. I think they're clearly better than most of the teams underneath them, clearly inferior to most of the teams above them. And one of them happens to be this machine that has dealt with situations like this. And it's just gonna happen. It is just going to happen for Man City this week.
Yeah, it's hard to disagree with that, right, Andy? I mean, Fulham, the season started off a little bit dodgy, and they recovered, then it kind of petered out again. Now they can still finish in the top 10 if they have a strong finish to the season. They remind me a lot of Stoke City when they were in the Premier League for a long time. They were just sort of 9th, 10th, had some fun players, like Nick said. Should be renamed Funham, in my opinion, but that's not for here. But they are really interesting to watch going forward. But they just haven't been balanced this season. So I'm just not sure what to expect from them this weekend. But when we talk about Man City, obviously they battered Wolves last time out. Nick mentioned it there. They've been in this situation a lot, not just this season, but for many seasons now, when everyone's like, oh, they could slip up. They could, drop points here. They usually don't. And I think Erling Haaland scoring 4 in that win against Wolves, and just the fact that they know if they win out, they win the title. It seems a bit ominous now when we focus on Man City heading into this weekend.
Yeah, we should workshop Funham next time before we just throw it out there. Funhamerica, but Full America. We can tie it. Let's workshop first next time, Joe. City are obviously the form that they're in at this part of the season. This is what we've come to expect from them. Is this not what they do every single season? August, September, October. Yeah, they look fine. I'm sure they'll be great at the end of the season. They stumble a little bit through kind of the festive period, and then it gets into the spring, and the giant just awakens. Maybe it's the intensity and the focus of the Champions League really coming to the forefront. They don't have a huge squad, and so it really is impressive when you had Haaland out for as long as he was, you had De Bruyne out for as long as he was, and Pep just kind of held it. He did enough to hold it together until they got the superheroes back. And now Haaland especially looked incredible against Wolves. He clearly wasn't back to 100% when he first came back from the injury, and he was just off. And now you've got him firing the way that he is. Yeah, good luck this weekend, Fulham.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck to everyone who plays Man City right now. I mean, Nick, when you look at their final 3 fixtures of the season, you probably couldn't pick 3 better teams for them to face, right? I mean, Fulham flip-flops are firmly on. You've got Tottenham, who are really struggling right now in a really bad place confidence-wise. And you could say exactly the same about West Ham, and then David Moyes has announced he's leaving as well. So on paper, City are going to do it quite comfortably, right? I mean, I don't want to put the damp squib on the title race here, but it seems like they are going to win this relatively easy now, the title.
Joe, do you know how many minutes they've been trailing this season in the Premier League?
No.
Keep in mind they lost 3 games, 305 minutes. And they have not trailed by more than 1 goal at any point in this Premier League season. And when they have trailed by a goal, they are out shooting opponents 105-24. 105 shots in 305 minutes. They are a machine. And whether you believe it's fair or foul or whatever, there's just they're 13 shots away. It's going to happen this weekend. They've almost taken 500 shots just in open play. just in open play, not set pieces, not corner kicks, not penalties. 500 shot attempts in open play. The fact they should have to sit someone like Kevin De Bruyne for half a year. That's why they had to sit De Bruyne. Maybe he wasn't hurt. Maybe that was a Premier League rule. Guys, we want a title race this year. This iteration, and this is the peak, I think, because Haaland is at his very best. Rodri, De Bruyne, even Foden's nearing his prime, if not there. It doesn't get better than this. And this probably was 100-point team that is just not going to get there because they missed two very good players for a good portion of time.
And it's weird to say, right? Because obviously they won the treble last season and not going to do that this season. But I think you're actually right there in terms of they got unlucky against Real Madrid and lost.
They clobbered them. That wasn't a close game.
Yeah, otherwise they would be the clear favourites to win the Champions League and be in the final once again. But it's difficult to disagree with any of that, Nick. And Andy, score prediction wise, what are you going for this weekend? Because it seems like all the battles all over the pitch, Man City are just going to be on top of Fulham. And even where Fulham was strong with Palhinha in midfield, they seem to have fallen off a bit there. I just can't see them really disrupting the rhythm of this Man City team. It's going to be really tough for Fulham. Huh?
Yeah, I'll spot him a goal for being at home and say 4-0 to City.
4-0. Okay. I'm going to go 4-1. I still think there's something in City where they get maybe a little bit bored from time to time and just give up a strange goal, which we've seen recently. It's against Wolves last weekend. But Nick, any hope for Fulham fans out there? And again, we're not dissing Fulham here at all.
No.
Solid Premier League team, but it's just that Man City are that good right now, and they have the end and finish line and the trophy lift that the Etihad in their sights. They've done it so many times, and they're just fully foot down the accelerator now, aren't they?
They are, and I'm gonna go 2-0. But that's because I see City prioritizing their roster, like go up 2-0. Not that they can't do it with their depth, but Spurs, it's early in the week too. I just think maybe we might see some rotation there, but your scores are in line, like full strength City right now without worried about midweek. I think anything could happen there.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one down at Craven Cottage. Fulham against Man City. Head over to Pro Soccer Talk on NBCSports.com. You can see it down there at the bottom of the screen. How to watch information, team news, live analysis, video highlights, reaction, and much more as Man City try and go for that 4th straight Premier League title. Of course, Arsenal will have more than one eye on this game and trying to hope that their London rivals Fulham can do them a little bit of a favour, well, a big favour ahead of their game this weekend. So all eyes on the title race when Fulham host Man City.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. And for even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock. And be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you there.